kill it before spider spawns. Come on, come on. Die, die, die. Yes! Alright. Victory! Where are you coming from? Hello everyone, this is Guyofdoom, and welcome to my next episode of my Minecraft Super Hostile Sea of Flame Let's Play. Yeah, that's getting to be a long title, so I might have to shorten that. What I wanted to do here was start off and show you guys that I actually found two pieces of wool, and they were kind of hidden in plain sight. So what you may notice that I didn't pay attention to at all in my last videos were that some of those signs, namely that Hall of Flame that I died in I think it was episode 2, was actually a dungeon. And so if you go diving into those dungeons, what you find are these chests that have the colored wool. So in between the last episode I filmed and this one, I actually found two pieces of wool, and I got those and I filled them in on the monument. So when I count the monument, there are 19 slots open, and I have filled in two pieces of wool. So if you just do simple math, that means there's 17 more to go. Now what's interesting about that is that now that I was at least paying attention to how you get the wool and how to navigate this map, I've only actually been able to find 8 dungeons, which means either there's some things that are going to be combined in dungeons, or that means that there are 11 more dungeons that I just haven't found yet. So I'm going right now back to that one little library area that I died in episode 2 with creepers, because I actually delved a little further into there and actually saw the chest that had the wool in there. And there's actually kind of a little checkerboard pattern with a bunch of spider spawners around there, and you'll see what I mean in not too long here. But basically each dungeon I've discovered has had a series of spawners, like for instance, actually both the first and I think it was the third dungeon? Yeah, because this is dungeon 4, dungeon 4. So I went running through those towers I saw earlier. I went past a whole bunch of ghast spawners and zombie spawners, and actually grabbed the piece of wool that was what I was looking for, and ran, because I did not want to perish. And that actually that was one of the pieces that I have. The other piece came from another dungeon, which I will be showing you guys relatively soon, because the first and second dungeon are actually connected to each other. So you have to go through the first dungeon to get to the second dungeon. And I made it partway through the second dungeon, but it was rather lengthy, and there were a whole bunch of skeletons, and I had forgotten my bow and arrow. So I'm all equipped up. I've got a nice set of leather armor going. I've got a full inventory, a good amount of arrows. I've got my little stone blocks to fill in this little checkerboard pattern here, and I should be ready to rock. So what I'm hoping to do for you guys this episode is at least you can see me grab one of the pieces of wool and fill in the victory monument, and then just kind of continue on this series. I feel like I'm getting a little bit more of a hang of what's going on with these super hostile series. Whoa, okay. And that I'm figuring out the booby traps, or at least the common themes, because I've noticed what Vex likes to do, as you can kind of see here, is he likes to put mob spawners in places that you can't reach very easily. And what that does is then make it basically where you have to kind of work, and understandably so, because it's meant to be difficult, but work to slay the monsters and survive. So we're gonna, oh boy, there must be some more on the other side too. I think I'm gonna try to lay some torches down, because I think that'll at least slow down. No! Oh, that's exactly what I didn't want to happen. So what we're gonna do is, oh man, and that was one of my only pieces of cake. So the big bottleneck that I've been discovering right now is that I don't have a lot of items to regain health, and so that's kind of been slowing down my progress. So I think what I've been kind of doing right now is just basically making kind of not suicide missions per se, but basically kind of expendable missions with not much equipment, running down into these areas so that I can clear them out and I lost all those torches too. So that I can clear them out for my quote unquote real adventure into them. So, and it's worked out pretty good so far, although it could be a little frustrating, as you guys noticed. I'm not a big fan of dying, and you die quite a bit on these maps. So I have found a few other areas that I'm exploring, and I've been trying to seal up all places like lava like this that are on the main island so I don't accidentally stumble into things like I did for that little spider trap. And collecting a lot of resources, I did find out that dirt and coal are not as rare as I thought they were. Because if you remember way back in that first episode where I fell down that first spider or cobweb infested room and I saw those creepers off to the side, well, when I went back into that area, what I found was that there actually extended a large network system that's actually kind of adjacent to that base that I have there in the Arcane Ruins, and there was plenty of coal and dirt and everything in there. Not to mention, Dungeons 1 and 2 are absolutely loaded with coal. So those are not really rare or limiting resources anymore. So I'm not so concerned with that. I think I've left. There's swords over in this tomb, if I remember right. I'll just grab one out of there. So yeah, I just want to kind of figure out, collect all the blocks from the dungeons I do know exist, and then from there I've got to find the other 11 that I don't know about or haven't found yet. And I'm curious as to where they'll be. I did find one tunnel system a ways away from where Dungeon 5 was at. And it's kind of hard to describe, but I'll show you guys in a later episode. And I'm assuming that everything is just further along that way. Basically, I went over to that island with the large obsidian pillars and wandered quite a bit in that direction. And I found a large intricate tunnel system, had a few hidden goodies in it. But other than that, it didn't really have too much. And I kind of had to turn back again because, like I was saying, healing's kind of an obstacle right now. And it's been getting a little frustrating. So I've got a mushroom farm going, but part of the issue was I built it in a poor location, so there's some obsidian, and I don't think the mushrooms can actually grow in obsidian. And I'm pretty sure Vex is a meanie when it comes to diamonds, so I don't think I'm going to be able to get any diamonds. Whoops, that was a bad idea. Very bad idea. Okay, spiders, come on, come on. Bring it. Bring it! I'm kind of looking for those critical hits, and then I remember I'm still on 1.7.3, so there are no critical hits. Crap! Crap! Oh my goodness, I can't get up there without any... Oh my word. Wow. Alright, nothing like wasting even more items and time. Oh man, that's annoying. I'm gonna have to... I built some TNT, but that's not gonna help me because that's just gonna blow up the pressure plates I'm on. I'm trying to think, I just don't know the easiest route to go about getting that is. Do I have a crafting table? I don't even have a crafting table here. Jeez, I am not planning this out very well. No. Yes, and as usual, I am very proficient with the mine carts. So, just trying to keep it interesting for all of you guys as I completely fail at accomplishing what I wanted to do this episode. So, I've still got one more episode that I need to film for TGN Idol. I think I've got the game selected that I'm going to go with. I just have the logistics of getting. Well, there's a little bit of a technical issue with the actually filming the game, because Fraps can be kind of particular in certain circumstances. But other than that, I've just got to test it out, and I should be able to film that. And I'm hoping to have it done this weekend so that I can have a response sometime next week on where I rank in the TGN system, and kind of get going from there. In the meantime, TGN.TV, the primary website for TGN, has been consistently upgrading things, and so they've actually just updated their forums, which are pretty nice. And there's at least 20 or 30 guys that have been relatively frequent on browsing it so far. So it's a pretty good community. Everybody I've chatted with in TGN is pretty cool, and a broad variety of age ranges. So I'm actually, from what I've seen in TGN, I'm on the upper high end, because I'm 28, almost 29 now, and I think I'm along with older directors, because George, who's the CEO, is 36 or 37, I think he said in one of his interviews. And what am I going to do? I forgot to get sand. That's what I forgot to do. But many of the other directors are pretty close in age. Ooh, I think we'll try glass, and just to be safe, we will only take part of it. So, this is not going to work out really well either. I think there was other things in these rooms I left over here, because I think there's things I already had, and so I just left a lot of it in here, if I remember right. Aha! Yes, exactly. That was the case. Okay, so more crap I don't need. Lots of bowls that are not helpful. Oh, here we go. This'll be helpful. Let's... Golden sword. Golden pick. And... Alright. Oh, hey, that's actually a good idea, because I will need ladders to climb up there. So, I think what we're going to try to do is make a ladder up to the closest spawner, and I think if I tunnel around there, I should be able to start taking out all those evil spiders. So we'll see how this plan works out. So again, after I said in my last video, what I'm going to try to do is just kind of keep a constant conversational tone going. I've actually got an idea or a concept for kind of a themed show I want to do, which I was kind of bouncing around, because I'm always trying to make something unique, and because it's important to be unique in YouTube, because YouTube does have quite a number of subscribers overall in the total population, and you want to stand out because there's a lot of material out there. And so one of my ideas is that I am a scientist by trade, like I said. Ah! At least they only killed me this time. And I don't know how many there actually are on YouTube. So my thoughts were that I might try to do some sort of gaming science hybrid commentary, but maybe I'm trying to reach a little too far and appease both of my nerd traits in one go. But if any of you guys are interested, because so I am a scientist, like I said, but my specialty is, or I should say, I'm majoring in genetics. So that's really where I focus on. So if you had any biology or genetics questions, I could try to alleviate curiosity in that particular area. So I was thinking of just kind of picking a random topic sort of related to my field at some point, and just kind of commentating on that and rolling with that. But I don't want to like hyper bore anyone, and so I'm trying to think if there's any interesting ways I can go about it. So maybe I could make like a biology question of the week and get something from you guys, or I don't even have to be that specific. It can just be science question of the week. But that's my idea. Love it or hate it, let me know, and we'll see what we can do. Otherwise, crap. Otherwise, I'm going to try to bounce around a few more ideas in my head and see where to go. I'm going to try to work on at least a temporary solution right now of getting another external hard drive, so I can not worry so much about the length of my episodes, and if I get more footage, it gives me a little bit more freedom in editing, and then basically can just gradually creep up the quality of my videos again, because I can get a 2 terabyte external hard drive for about $150, and I'm a storage fiend, so more is always better. I do already have a few external hard drives, but the problem